Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Middle. Hey, alert. You got to be ready. Don't be scared. Show it up. 25. Check it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch twins. Motion, I got one.
56.
And now it's Rosen looking. Complete to Washington. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Topper. 56. Check 56. Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready up.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Five.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Out. It's a party out.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Daniil Hunter. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. From the 15 now after the sack. It's third and goal.
Leo.
Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Romeo Okwara providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The kick by Maher is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Rosen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Monday. Alert.
Third and long here for Rosen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
50, plant.
55, Mike. I'm on.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it to Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bell. Brushing up, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. Monday. Check. Hot.
Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 36-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
60 yards.
Watch the screen.
5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Check 26, check 26. Check 31, check 80.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action. It's Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Play action here with Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. He can't hang. He's not going to get out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, exit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Looking to throw. A screen to Bell. 20! An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll set up to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Quarter. Monday. Check.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Rosen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Our time. It's our time. Shit. Hey, quarter.
Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Rosen on 1st and 10. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You must be dreaming.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, set, 30 base.
Watch the run.
Now back to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Time to go, night.
2nd and 11. It's Williams on the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. That's complete. It's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Rosen will throw. Complete to Washington. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hey, box truck. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, it's Bell. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Rocket.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Cooper was the target there. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mike's 50.
Monday.
56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hug.
That's big.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm going back to you. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Man out. Alert. Bang.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and now it's 2nd down.
56. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, read. 80.
I got you, son. Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our field.
They'll go again with Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll drop the throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Go! 70, Indy.
On the counter, here's Bell. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll run him with Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble. That when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Bell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready, break.
55. Hey, eat. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harris Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Check, 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 check.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Let's go, let's go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike's 56.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Get it.
On first down, it's Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose.